Welcome to Warriors TV. Tonight we are talking with Warriors defenceman Harry Harley. First of all, Harry, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. It's great to have you on board for this. Thank you for finding the time to do it. Looking ahead at this new season, you've obviously re-signed for another year, so that's great news. I'm sure the fans will be happy about that. And you've been here for a number of years now, really.
Yeah, it's been a bit long now. I think this is either my 10th or 11th season, so I've been around a little while.
I mean, to me, you still feel like a youngster, but you're one of the more experienced players on the team.
Yeah, I don't feel young anymore, unfortunately. I might look a little bit young, but I feel about 45 inside.
You got the MVP award at presentation night. That was just rewards for your efforts last year, but really it could be an award that's cumulative over the years you've had prior to that as well, because you've been consistently strong at the back and obviously lead with a lot of offense from the blue line. Yeah,
last year I didn't really expect to get anything because I just didn't think I performed very well, so it was a nice surprise to get it. And then in regards to like being offensive, obviously when I was younger I played forward majority of my life until I was about 18 or 19, I think, until the first season Lobby came back. And then obviously went back in D and kind of never looked back since.
Yeah, I was going to say, I do remember you playing as forward in your earlier years, but I'm assuming D, you feel more than comfortable there now.
Yeah, I just feel in D you have a lot more control, like kind of over the ice and over what like other players are doing. It's a lot easier to find people playing D, and obviously not as much skating as forward, so suits me down to a T.
Yeah, and obviously one of the set plays we got on the power plays, your booming slap shot from the blue line. So that's quite a good weapon to have in your arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah, it didn't really work that much last year. Sorry, so just depends who you got passing there. Really, if you've got Dylan passing there, it doesn't really work. But then if you've got Phil Edgar, like I did the year before, it worked all the time. So it just depends who you've got setting you up, really.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. You mentioned there Dylan Hare, he was your defensive partner last year, and it was a very strong partnership that you had, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's great playing with Dylan. He's obviously young, he's willing to learn anything, so he's full of energy. He just loves playing at the moment, so hopefully he can do that this year if he signs.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, but it's certainly good to see the pair of you link up so well and format a strong defensive partnership. You mentioned there before the lockdown, we had a very strong season. We won the league, of course. How difficult was it then, having that year or so out, to then come back and try to get back up to that level that we were at?
Oof. Unbelievably hard for me. I felt like when I first got on the ice, I felt brand new, learning how to skate again. Because usually, with like my old job and things in the summer, I would help coach camps, so I'd always be on the ice throughout the summer. But for them 2 years being off, I was never on the ice. So just having to adapt, having to get fit again, just took a lot longer than usual. So it was quite hard, to be fair.
Yeah, and obviously it was so frustrating because the team was at a point where we were winning trophies, we were strong, and then we've kind of had to start again almost.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously that season before lockdown, won the league, we had a great team. And then we never got to finish it off, never went to playoffs. So then kind of it finished on a high, but then 2 years off, not doing anything, and then not knowing who was going to sign, what teams are going to be in the league, and when the season was going to start. So it was quite hard to adjust. But considering that, I thought we did pretty well last year. So,
well, we did, yeah, finishing second in the league and also got to a playoff final. So, I mean, really, you just have to put your hands up and say what a strong team the Sharks had last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. They always put together a good team. They're well drilled. Always seem to have loads of good young kids on the team who just love to skate around. But again, like you said, they always put together a strong team. So hopefully they'll put together another strong team this year, because it's one of my favorite teams to play. It's good competitive between us two. So we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of forced to raise your game, aren't you, when you're playing up against the Sharks? As you said, they're so strong.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. And last year was a weird one because even like Nottingham started winning games, so it's like anyone could beat anyone. So you always had to be aware of that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the general feeling is that the chasing pack have closed up somewhat, as we saw last year, where like Widnes, who finished third, were a strong team as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, they've only got stronger this year, so it'll be a lot closer at the top than what it has been in previous years.
Yeah, obviously looking ahead to this season, I'd imagine the thought is we're going to try and close that gap to Solway ourselves.
Hopefully, yeah. Obviously, last year they had our number. We didn't get any points against them. So the main thing this year is we just need people to score goals. So hopefully get a couple of wins over them to see how it goes.
Yeah. What do you think was the main difference last year? Because obviously we played Solway, what was it, 7 times in the end and lost all 7 games.
I think Dean said it in his interview, just goal scoring. Like I think we outshot them pretty much every time we played them, which obviously tells you, 1, they've got a good goalie, and 2, they lacked that tiny bit of goal scoring last year, which is no fault of anyone's. With obviously Phil leaving, and then Ben not resigning, and other like players like Ben Richards not resigning, so we'll have lost goals in it. And we just didn't kind of replace them, and we're just unfortunate.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, I'm looking forward to the upcoming season. I'm sure you must be as well. Let's hope we're back to winning ways, and it's going to be exciting to see you back on the ice, Harry.
Cheers, Adam.